A massive water main break dries up downtown.
And this is actually going to be probably potentially a multi-day event.
As we come on the air, schools dismiss and people scramble for water.
When the message came out that it was spreading through the county, it makes me a little nervous.
As Hamilton County coordinates help from the state for hospitals, jail inmates, and the homeless.
Large amounts of drinkable water are going to be brought down here to Hamilton County.
Our live team coverage begins now.
News Channel 9 Midday starts right now.
We come on the air with breaking news. A major water main break causes tens of thousands of Chattanoogans to be without water at this hour, and it could be several days. Thank you for joining us. I'm Greg Funderburg.
And I'm Jessica Harthorn. Hospitals, schools, government offices, businesses, and hotels are all affected at this hour. This outage is forcing the closure of many schools and businesses, too, even interrupting a murder trial. Take a good look at this map right here showing the expanse of this major outbreak. It's affecting downtown and all the way into North Chattanooga.
We have live team coverage this afternoon, crews covering every aspect of how this water main break affects you and your family.
And we begin now with Aaron Farrar, who is at the briefing from Tennessee American Water and first responders. So, Aaron, what's the most important thing that people need to know?
First of all, Jessica and Greg, 35,000 people are affected by this. Right now, we're behind the rowing center along the Riverwalk. You can see that this portion of the trail is closed. That's because beyond that bridge, that's where that break happened. Here's video of what that scene looks like right now as Tennessee American Water workers are trying to fix this problem as quickly as they can. During that briefing at the 911 center earlier this morning, they did say that this break happened around 10 o'clock last night while they were working on a planned project. This was on a 36-inch pipeline, and that's one of the larger pipelines that they actually have and that they actually work on. The break randomly happened about 20 feet away from where they were, and so that's when an immediate code red went out. And because of this large water main break, this can potentially be a multi-day event to fix this problem. So according to the Tennessee American Water, lower elevations, which is typically around the downtown area, can be without water or have low water pressure for the next 12 hours or so. Those in higher elevations can be without water over the next 24 hours. Right now, they're working to replace valves as quickly as they can. Right now, there's also no water boil advisory in place, but here are some important instructions from the Tennessee American Water.
We'd also like to ask folks to go under voluntary conservation. That means if you don't need to, if you don't have to, don't water your yard, don't wash your car, things like that.
Again, we'll continue to keep people posted on the progress of the Tennessee American Water fixing this problem, but for now, that is where everything stands. 35,000 people without water or having low water pressure. Reporting live outside of the Riverwalk in downtown Chattanooga, I'm Aaron Farrar, News Channel 9.
Aaron, thanks so much. One of the top priorities for emergency officials is the patients at our local hospitals.
News Channel 9's Kelly Curtin is live in the studio this afternoon to explain what both hospitals are doing to keep patients and employees safe. Kelly.
Yeah, officials say the biggest problem is keeping both hospitals cool, not only to keep patients and employees comfortable, but to keep machines from overheating. I just spoke to officials from CHI Memorial Hospital who are asking visitors to stay home until water is restored. CHI Memorial officials say patients are being asked to conserve water, and they have arranged for water to prep meals. Its hospitals in Hickson and Georgia are still open, we're told, and 3 pallets of water are headed to Erlanger Medical Center. Right now, Erlanger North Hospital is without water, and emergency procedures are being put in place.
We're currently working on making sure that we can keep the cooling systems running today, as well as providing them with the water needs that they need. And that's the case for all the medical facilities that are affected.
Water levels and pressures are being maintained at Erlanger Health System downtown campuses, and officials say Erlanger East Hospital has not been impacted. Bottled water has been delivered for people at those hospitals. Greg and Jessica.
Kelly, thanks so much. Right now, Hamilton County schools are shut down. The early dismissal left many parents scrambling to find childcare.
Isaiah Kim Martinez is live in Red Bank. So, Isaiah, what are parents and school administrators saying about all of this?
Jessica, Greg, I actually talked to a teacher who was directing some of the traffic that was behind me as they tried to get all the kids released. She told me that she felt, all things considered, that they did a pretty good job and things ran fairly smoothly to get the kids released. But parents, on the other hand, didn't necessarily feel as good about the situation, one calling it a huge mess, not necessarily blaming the school, but just the stress of having to drop everything on a work day. Red Bank Middle and High School, of course, got out at 10:15 this morning, 3.5 hours after they started, as they started to feel a loss in water pressure. That, of course, affected sanitation, all types of sanitation procedures the school has to go to when it comes to serving lunch, making sure toilets are working correctly, sinks in the bathrooms, all those types of things that the school could not guarantee at this point with the current situation. There was a bunch of cars waiting either in line or in the parking lots for their kids, but none of them could be released. None of the kids, at least, couldn't be released until all buses arrived, so that way the school could make sure everyone was accounted for. And we'll have more reactions from parents, administrators, and hear more about how all of this is going to affect the football games in the county. That's all later on. For now, reporting live in Red Bank, Isaiah Kim Martinez, News Channel 9.
Isaiah, thanks so much. From schools, let's talk about the grocery stores. They're seeing an influx of customers and bottled water is flying off shelves.
Mariah Rock is live at the Publix off Market Street. That's on the North Shore. So, Mariah, is bottled water still available at that location? And we are having audio difficulties right there. We'll get back to Mariah Rock in just a few moments. Well, right now, the state is helping to bring in tankers filled with water. The Tri-State Mutual Aid Association is using water buffaloes to bring in drinking water and also backup water for fire departments. That's in case there's a fire and they don't have access to enough water or pressure from the fire hydrants.
The Hamilton County Jail is also being affected. The sheriff's office says despite the water outage, the jail will remain operational. They say fans are being brought in to help, along with portable toilets and bottled water.
And several companies who rent those portable toilets in Chattanooga say they're completely out of units. Bowles says at 5 o'clock this morning, its emergency line started getting some phone calls. The driver supervisor sent us these photos showing crews delivering event and construction units to businesses all over the city. They say it's all hands on deck right now as trucks line city streets trying to drop off those portable toilets as quickly as possible.